Hey everybody, I'd like to share how I'm converting a Sanke Keg to a bottom drain vessel. I've got a certain height on my brew cart I want to meet, so I'm going to measure out 13 inches here from the drain side of the keg. Just make a line all the way around the keg so I can see where to cut with my angle grinder. Here's the main tool I'll be using today. Using a bunch of cut wheels. Here's one right here, thin cutoff wheel it's called. And these are pretty cheap over at Homebrew Freight. They're very thin and they cut through pretty much any metal you put them around. They do sort of wear themselves as you cut, so you got to replace them. But then after the cutting's finished, I use a grinding wheel to smooth everything out, get rid of the burrs. This grinding wheel has lasted me quite a long time. It's a little bit worn, but it still works really well. And of course we might use some files along the way. Here's the grinder itself. I bought it for $9.99. And I've got a lot of use out of it. You can see the cutoff wheel attached to it. Of course, any type of job like this requires proper protection for your eyes and your hands. I also wear hearing protection. Alright, so you can see it's as simple as just I line up the cutoff wheel and it slices right through the keg. It's good to have the sparks flying away from you as well. I'll speed up some of the footage to move through the action as the video goes by. You can see that was relatively easy. There are the two halves. There we go, pretty clean cut. Now I'm just going to grind off the burrs and try to get a smooth edge. I usually do this type of work out in the yard. As you can see, this grinding and the cutting creates a lot of dust, and when you do it inside the garage, that stuff just gets everywhere. It's really hard to clean up, so I found it's better just to do it out in the grass. And the last phase, the finishing stage with a little bit of sandpaper. Nice smooth finish. And there it is, our finished product. Okay, here's my cart. This is the pot that I'm replacing. It is a side drain, and it's worked fine, but I want to move to a 1/2-inch connector, and I figured when I did that, I wanted to go through the bottom of the keg. There's our new part sliding right in. First, I'm going to want to drill a pilot hole. Making room for our bottom drain. I can see my hole's a little off center, but that's the breaks when you make YouTube videos. Often doing things at weird angles. Yeah, so hole saw. Cut this hole through to make room for the bottom draining of the keg. I'll draw some lines here so I can cut a channel out the rest of the way. This will allow me to slide the keg back and forth. And what's a project without a Sawzall? Definitely the ultimate man tool. There we go. I'll clean that up later. Okay, so here's how we're going to drain out of the bottom of the keg. There's the opening. I have a tri-clover fitting that's just a 1/2-inch barbed adapter. I have a nylon gasket. One edge is flat, one will go against the keg, and the other edge has a ridge that goes in the fitting. Then I have a 2-inch clamp. Once that is tight, going to be our outlet. I'm going to hook up a silicone hose on one end. On the other end I have a siphon hose shutoff clamp. I figured this is a lot easier than a ball valve and welded assembly and all that. Should be easy to clean. Alright, so the half keg just slides right in place. That tube will hook up to my pump. Like that, very easy. I use this vessel for two different things in my brewery. One is a holding vessel for the runoff or lauter from the mash, and the other one is the reservoir for my chiller water. And here's a custom mash cap that I made. And I have another video on my channel showing how I made that contraption. Turned out okay, but those things are difficult. There we go. Hope you enjoyed it.